يا إلهي
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على
محمد وآل محمد.
ولعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد. Alhamdulillah, our first session on nahjul balagha, official first session on nahjul balagha. Look, before we start with sermons or with letters or with quotations of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam, we gotta understand, we gotta introduce nahjul balagha. Before anything, it's very important to know, as I said before, when you love someone, the first condition of love is ita'ah, follow someone. If you love someone, so you gotta follow. If you love someone, you gotta do what the person says you to do. And especially when you love someone who's insanul kamil, who's aqlul kamil, who's ma'soom, who's infallible, you have to do ita'ah. Ali ibn Abi Talib in Nahjul Balagha, as when I introduce Nahjul Balagha, look, the life and legacy of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam cannot be contained in words and pages, as the tradition says. Imam, despite everything he was, everything, we find this great man, the meticulousness of this great man, the consideration of this great man on universe is something else. I would like to give a short introduction on overview on Nahjul Balagha, which is also known as peak of eloquence. The compiler of Nahjul Balagha is Muhammad bin Hussein, which is also known as Sharif al-Radi. Sharif al-Radi, look my brothers, he was born in 359 of Hijrah. He's known as one of the important scholars of Shia Imamiyah. He was a theologian, he was a jurisprudence, he was a poet, he was the alim of his era. Sharif al-Radi, he died at 406 of Hijrah. That means he lived for 46 to 47 years. According to what historians says, he wrote this book, Nahjul Balagha, at the age of 40 or 41. That means at the last stages of his age. According to what, again, historian says, he was very fond of history, and he used to write, he planned this, that I got to write the history of every imam, and I got to, compile the books, sermons of every imam. When he compiled the sermons, letters, and hikmah of the first imam, which is also known as Nahjul Balagha, the scholars of that time appreciated him and encouraged him, and he continued to do that. Brothers, Nahjul Balagha consists of 3 sections: sermons, 240 sermons, that means khutbah. 240 sermons, speeches are consisted in this section. The second is letters, 79 letters of Ali ibn Abi Talib to or you can say to the Hukuma, to his Sahaba, to his companions, and everything was compiled in this book. And less than 500 maxims, quotes, sayings are compiled in this section. One of the best commentary on this book was done by Ibn al-Hadith, according to what ulama says. Ibn al-Hadith was Mu'tazili, he was in Shia Imamiyya. But he wrote the Sharh, he have the commentary on Nahjul Balagha at 700 of Hijrah something, and known as best of the commentary of Nahjul Balagha up to date. There are many translations done for Nahjul Balagha in English, in French, in Urdu, in Hindi, in Gujarati, in any language you can see. There's a great amount that we can glean and extract from this book. Amma ba'ad, the first quotation and the first maxim. Hadith says, Kun fil fitna kabn al-labun. We got to start from the first quotation of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Kun fil fitna kabn al-labun. La dhahrun fayurkab. Wala dhar'un fayuhlab. Before I translate this quotation, brothers, to understand this. The problem with our community is that we think that Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam are limited to say what's halal and what's haram, as I said previously. The thinking between our people is this, that Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam are here to say, look, this is haram and this is haram, do not say lie, do this and all. We think they are limited. Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam are something else what you think. According to this quotation, when you come to the quotation, you can see Ali ibn Abi Talib in two faces. The first face, he say, Kun fil fitna ka ibn al-labun. The main thing he want to say, first and foremost thing, look, don't do fitna. Be like an adolescent camel. The translation of this great quotation is this: Kun fil fitna ka ibn al-labun. Be like an adolescent baby camel when there is a fitna going on, when there is a civil disturbance, social disturbance going on. La dhahrun fayurkab. The attributes of this Ibn al-Labun, adolescent camel, is this: La dhahrun fayurkab. It doesn't have a strong back enough that can be right, that you can ride on it. Wala dhar'un fayuhlab. It doesn't have udders to produce milk. This is the riwayah. There are two things we need to understand. First, he want to say, like, don't do fitna, that's all. Second, the consideration of Ali ibn Abi Talib, as I said before, on the universe, the meticulousness of Ali ibn Abi Talib, the diqqah of Ali ibn Abi Talib on the universe, is this: that at the second stage, he wants you to know that Ali ibn Abi Talib is not limited to say what's halal and what's haram. He is so much keenly considered about the universe that you will be observing things, that he says things in universe. For example, epistemology was created in 1659, or it is said in 1600, by a personality. You will be shocked that epistemology was said in Nahjul Balagha at that time. The thing which was being discovered before 500 years, Ali ibn Abi Talib is saying the same thing 1400 years ago. Zoology was discovered at this specific era by the specific personality. The same thing you can say in Nahjul Balagha. BBT, which is also known as Big Bang Theory, was discovered by a specific personality in a specific era. But Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, or you can say Ali ibn Abi Talib, in the first khutbah where he says فَتَرَى الْخَلَائِقَ بِقُدْرَتِهِ وَنَشَرَ الرِّيَاهَ بِرَحْمَتِهِ وَإِرْتَدَّ بِالصُّخُورِ مَيَدَانَ أَرْضِهِ. In these 3 lines, he explains theory. See? So we need to understand Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam are not limited to say what's halal and what's haram. When we go deep in this quotation, you will see that he say, "Kun fil fitna." The word fitna carries 10 meaning in lugha, in dictionary. The word fitna, according to dictionary, it is being used for 10 meanings. But in mutun, that means in riwayah, in ayah, you can say in Quran or in tradition, the word fitna is used for 3 meanings. The first meaning is imtihan, examination. As it is said in Quran, وَلَقَدْ فَتَنَّ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. And for sure, Allah examined the person before them. Second meaning is disturbance. As it is said in Farsi, ashub, balagha. When there is a disturbance going on, it's fitna. Third thing is when haqq is mixed with batil. Do you understand this? When haqq is mixed with batil, when right is mixed with wrong, so that period of that mixture is known as fitna. Now the question is this, that what do you mean, which meaning you want to take in this quotation? When Ali ibn Abi Talib says, "Kun fil fitna ka ibn al-labun," be like a baby camel at the time of fitna, so what do you mean? Be like a baby camel in the examinations. Be like a baby camel in the civil disturbance. Be like a baby camel if there is the mixture of haqq and batil. So according to Ibn al-Hadid al-Mu'tazili, he says the second meaning is correct. Be like a baby camel when there is a civil disturbance. For example, as I said before, there is the ghiba going on. You see? What do? As I said before in my previous video, you have 3 choices. Or you are the backbiter itself, or you're not backbiting but you're listening, or you do what Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha did. You stand up, you move on. Brother, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لا تغتب بعضكم بعضا. Don't backbite each other. أيحب أحدكم أن يأكل لحم أخيه ميتا فكرهتموه. Would you like to eat the flesh of your brother which is dead and you dislike it? فاتقوا الله. Do the taqwa. Follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look. You sit down, you do backbiting, is fitna. You sit down, you listen, who backbites, it's fitna. So the best thing what you do, be like Ibn al-Labun. Be like the fitna shouldn't use you. Stand up, move on. But according to what the different personalities in Shia, they say that al-fitna wal-muraduha a'am. Al-fitna, the word fitna is being used universally. That means you can use it for 3 of them. For example, do understand this, when there is the imtihan took by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when there is the examination took by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, be like Ibn al-Labun. Regarding 2 things, be like Ibn al-Labun, according to what the commentary says. The first, regarding Allah, be Ibn al-Labun. What do you mean by Ibn al-Labun? That means don't say anything. You know, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take the examination, people are like, Khudaya chera man, akha chera man. Arab says, ليش عاني? Why me? Brother B, Ibn al-Labun, say nothing regarding Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is taking examinations, say shukran lillah, that's all. First, regarding Allah. Second, regarding imtihan. Regarding imtihan itself, Ibn al-Labun. For example, do understand this. Allah made circumstances for you that you're between the people who are doing ghibah. Now, or you are being used by them, or you are being Ibn al-Labun, and you're not being used by them. Regarding imtihan, Ibn al-Labun say nothing. This and this, when you take the fitna as imtihan, so this is what Ali ibn Abi Talib means. Same thing when the haqq and batil are mixed. You can't differentiate what is haqq and what is batil. Be Ibn al-Labun. Don't be someone that is being used. But yeah, let me clear this, and then I gotta finish the session. For sure, when there is the question about haqq and batil, when you know that this is haqq and this is batil, when you know this is right and that is wrong, do you understand this, my brothers and sisters? In this case, you can't say that I want to be like Ibn al-Labun, I want to step back. No, here you need to support haqq and oppose batil. So here there is no question for Ibn al-Labun. Here you need to choose one of them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our efforts, and we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala بحق Ali ibn Abi Talib. May Allah increase our ma'rifah on Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam wa akhir al-da'wani alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. هديت قلبي شكرا نورت دربي شكرا شكرا يا رب.